All right. Well, here we are. I apologize for the impromptu nature of this video. It's not going to be as polished or perfectly edited or anything. I just wanted to get this out there because a lot of my friends have been asking me and kind of DMing me about this whole thing about Tim Drake and how DC Comics has now put it in canon that Tim Drake Robin is now bisexual. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't care anymore. It's made for people to be outraged. And that's exactly what this is. It's really just more for people, for comic book fans, for people who think comics gators would be outraged by this or just, upset and are going to make this huge deal about it. But we're finding more and more that the more that these new activists that keep changing these characters, the more that they do this, the more people lose interest. That's why we're seeing all these independent comics, succeed. Patreon, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, you look at those comics and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars on single issues, and it's like, no one wants this crap anymore. Not because he's bisexual, which he's not, he's a homosexual, he's gay now, but they're trying to ease people into this and go, no, he's just bi, he's curious, he's just looking into his sexuality. That's not the case here. But like I said before, people have lost interest. They just don't care. It's not the fact that they have transitioned him to be bisexual, homosexual. They've transitioned him to be a talking point. They're doing this for news articles, for outrage, look, I'm talking about it. Because people keep sending this to me and going, hey, what do you think? Like, can you believe this happened? And I'm just sitting here going, it's frustrating because I want to care. I really do. There are a lot of changes being made, and a lot of them are just made for outrage. A lot of them are just for virtue signaling. A lot of them are just for, hey, look at me. It's for attention. It's to break down the characters that people have, read for decades and saying, no, that's not the character that I like, and it doesn't represent my ideals or my politics or my agenda. So I'm going to change it. I will go through the comic real quick. On the page that people are talking about is two of them, specifically this one here. It says, Robin, yeah, if I don't make it out, can I ask a favor? You'll make it out. Please tell Tim Drake he helped me realize my true self, who I am. Tell him, well, he probably knows. He's the smartest guy I've ever met, but tell him, I wish we could have finished our date. And then later in the comic, we see Tim Drake coming up to the house going, Tim, I'm glad you're here. I've been meaning, I wanted to say, and he goes, Bernard, wait, let me talk. I'm really glad you got home okay. I was relieved. I've been doing a lot of thinking about that night, and I don't know what it meant to me. Not yet, but I'd like to figure it out. I was hoping you would, Tim Drake. Do you want to go on a date with me? Yeah, I think I want that. Like I said, I really don't feel anything here. Because I know what it's made for. I know it's made for outrage. I know it's made for people to go to virtue signal. And it's if this benefited a story, I think that's what people really want to see. If this had been building up for the past few years, okay, or maybe if it were in a different universe, okay, but people are just forcing it, and they're going, take that here, and it's, it's very aggressive. And instead of like, hey, what if this is the storyline? And because because Tim Drake maybe was influenced by this or saw this, he's now rethinking, some sort of creative way to tell this, but it's so creatively bankrupt. There's nothing there, no substance. It's just take it, accept it. And if you don't, you're a bigot. I'll kind of summarize everything with this because I'm ranting now and I don't want to make this too long of a video. Ethan Van Sciver had a fantastic thing to say. He did a live stream the other day, and he basically said, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm going to read it off here. He says, the best version of these characters will exist in our head. These heroes and their ideals must live inside us in some way. The best version of Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, they live uniquely inside of our heart. Superheroes are bigger than what is just put down on paper. You cannot entrust your beloved characters with creators that have an agenda. I mean, come on. I cannot say it any more perfectly than that. Not only are fans leaving the hobby, but creators are leaving the hobby. You look at top writers like James Tinian IV, Jonathan Hickman, Nick Spencer. These are all dudes that within the recent week have just left Marvel and DC for another platform. And they were on top books like X-Men, Spider-Man, and Batman. Top selling books. And they're like, nope, gone. Because I think people are sick of the agenda. So what Ethan said in this is just perfect. Mwah. Thank you for that, Ethan. It really kind of summarizes everything here. I agree. These heroes must live uniquely inside of our heart. And if they don't, we will completely lose them. That's all I got to say about it. Sorry if the video was a little long or not polished or anything, but just thought I'd give my thoughts on the topic because everyone's been talking about it, so why not? So if you've made it this far into the video, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. If you didn't agree with some of the things I said, thank you for listening anyway. And leave a comment below if you want to have a discussion or talk about this. I think it is interesting, but at this point, like I said, I just don't. I don't have any. I don't have anything to give. So, but like I said, thank you again, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks.